You can move a worksheet left or right just by dragging it. We're in this workbook, '09 Regional Sales. I want the South sheet to be to the left of Midwest. I'll simply click and drag the South sheet, put it to the left of Midwest. At other times, you might want to make a copy of a sheet. I want to take the data in the West sheet, make a copy of it. Maybe I want to experiment with a variation on these numbers. I've got the Control key held down now. I'll drag this right or left, let go of the mouse first, and we made a copy of a sheet. You can do that easily. If I were to right-click on the West sheet, choose Move or Copy, this might take a little longer if I do what I just did here, but I might want to create a copy of that sheet and put it in a new workbook. I choose New Workbook, click OK, we'd have a new workbook. I'm not going to go there right now, but that's easily done. There might be other workbooks open too. I could copy it into those as well too. Now, I've got 4 sheets here, East, South, Midwest, West. They've got identical layouts. In other words, their headings in row 2 and column A are all the same. I might want to make a change to all of them. So I might want to change the zoom factor on all of them too. Whenever you want to make changes to multiple sheets, you can group them. Now, if they're consecutive, as they are here, we can click on the East or West sheet, makes no difference. In other words, the one at either end. I just click the East sheet. Now I've got the Shift key held down, and I'll click on that West sheet tab. Those sheets are grouped. It certainly has a different appearance. And at the top of your screen, following the file name, you see the word Group. When these are grouped, a change we make here, even though we're only viewing one of the sheets, is going to be happening on all 4 of these sheets. I want a new row between row 6 and 7. I right-click row 7 and insert. We've got a new row. And if I look at the Midwest sheet, West sheet, South sheet, that's happened on all of them. I'm going to click on cell A1. That's happening on all of them. And in the lower right-hand corner, there's that zoom slider bar. I'm going to slide that back and forth a little bit. I'm changing the zoom factor on all these sheets at the same time. And it's up to you to remember that they are grouped. Not that long ago, I remember changing a cell in a situation like this, and I realized only later that I had made that change on multiple sheets because they were still grouped. So you'll learn to keep an eye on the word group up in the title bar, and of course the display does look different. So on these different sheets here, notice how that sometimes we still want to do scrolling, and I did click on that cell, and it happened on all of them. Nothing truly wrong with that. At some point, we want to ungroup. So if I right-click ungroup, that's certainly one way, or I could have grouped on one of the sheets that's not part of the group, for example, sheet 2, ungroup. It's unlikely that in this particular layout of worksheets that I would want to make a change to 2 sheets that are not adjacent, but if I wanted to make a change to the Midwest sheet and the East sheet, but not the other 2, Midwest is selected, I'll hold down the Control key and click East. Once again, the word group appears in the title bar at the top. If I make a change now, and I'll just do a simple one here, I'll click here and make this italic. That happened on the East sheet, happened on the Midwest sheet, and as I click South, it will ungroup. It didn't happen on the South sheet, didn't happen on the West sheet. So we've seen the technique for grouping sheets. Usually it's consecutive. Click, shift-click at either end of a list of sheets. We saw earlier how to move a sheet and copy a sheet. Different techniques you'll use as you work with multi-sheet workbooks.